Retail involves the process of selling consumer goods or services to customers through multiple channels of distribution to earn a profit. Demand is identified and then satisfied through a supply chain. Attempts are made to increase demand through advertising. In the 2000s, an increasing amount of retailing began occurring online using electronic payment and delivery via a courier or via postal mail. Retailing as a sector includes subordinated services, such as delivery. The term retailer is also applied where a service provider services the small orders of a large number of individuals, rather than large orders of a small number of wholesale, corporate or government clientele. Shops may be on residential streets, streets with few or no houses, or in a shopping mall. Shopping streets may restrict traffic to pedestrians only. Sometimes a shopping street has a partial or full roof to create a more comfortable shopping environment, protecting customers from various types of weather conditions such as extreme temperatures, winds or precipitation. Forms of non-shop retailing include online retailing transactions and mail order. Shopping generally refers to the act of buying products. Sometimes this is done to obtain final goods, including necessities such as food and clothing. Sometimes it takes place as a recreational activity. Recreational shopping often involves window shopping and browsing. It does not always result in a purchase. Etymology. Retail comes from the Old French word tailler, which means to cut off, clip, pare, divide in terms of tailoring. It was first recorded as a noun with the meaning of a sale in small quantities in 1433. Like in French, the word retail in both Dutch and German also refers to the sale of small quantities of items. Retail strategy. The retailing strategy is a marketing plan abstractly designed to offer its products and services in a way that will optimize customer satisfaction. Service quality and marketing mix strategy have significant and positive association on customer loyalty. The marketing strategy effectively outlines all key aspects of firm's targeted audience, demographic and preference. Throughout a highly competitive market, the retail strategy sets up long-term sustainability. It focuses on customer relationships, stressing the importance of added value and customer satisfaction. A retail mix is designed to complement the retail strategy through theoretical tools such as the product, its quality and value, the promotions, place, and price. Retail store design strategy. The design of a retail store is critical when appealing to its intended market, as this is where first impressions are made. It can influence a consumer's perception of the quality of the store, visually communicating value. Certain techniques are used to create a consumer brand experience, which in the long run drives brand loyalty. The front of the store is paid close attention to, known as the decompression zone. This is usually an open space in the entrance of the store to allow customers to adjust to the new environment. An open planned floor design is effective in retail as it allows customers to see everything. Depending on what side of the road cars drive on in the country, determines what way the store will direct its customers. New Zealand retailer stores, for instances, would direct customers to the left. Brands are now recognizing that human nature has a conceptual profile and a sensory profile. Through the notions of sensory stimulation, retailers can engage maximum emotional impact between a brand and its consumers by relating to both profiles, the goal and experience. By achieving so, it can influence purchasing behavior, maximizing outcomes. This is done through the relation of touch, smell, sight, taste, and noise. It is common for a retailer store to play music that relates to the targeted market. Jewelry stores like Michelle Hill have dim lighting to creating a sense of intimacy. Supermarkets offer taste testers. Clothing garments are at arm's reach, allowing customers to feel the different textures of clothing. Wooden floors also contrast with the carpeted fitting rooms, which is designed to create a sense of homeliness when trying on garments. Peter Alexandra is renowned from the scented candles. These aspects outlined add to the sensory experience put in place to strategically achieve customer satisfaction and retention. This will create future opportunity and help a brand stand out in amongst the competitive market. Types of retail outlets. A marketplace is a location where goods and services are exchanged. The traditional market square is a city square where traders set up stalls and buyers browse the stores. This kind of market is very old, and countless such markets are still in operation around the whole world. In some parts of the world, the retail business is still dominated by small family-run stores, but this market is increasingly being taken over by large retail chains. Most of these stores are called high street stores. Gradually, high street stores are being regrouped in condensed geographical areas along specific streets. A district such as the Magnificent Mile in Chicago, Illinois, or at single locations called malls. These are more defined and planned spaces for retail stores and brands. Types by products. Retail is usually classified by the following type of products. Food products typically require cold storage facilities. Hard goods are durable goods, automobiles, appliances, electronics, furniture, sporting goods, lumber, etc., and parts for them. Goods that do not quickly wear out and provide utility over time. Soft goods are consumables, clothing, other fabrics, footwear, toiletries, cosmetics, medicines and stationery. Goods that consumed after one use have a limited period in which you may use them. Arts, contemporary art galleries, bookstores, handicrafts, musical instruments, gift shops, and supplies for them. Types by marketing strategy. These are the following types of retailers by marketing strategy. Department store. Department stores are very large stores offering a huge assortment of soft and hard goods which often bear a resemblance to a collection of specialty stores. A retailer of such store carries a variety of categories and has a broad assortment of goods at an average price. They offer considerable customer service. Discount store. Discount stores tend to offer a wide array of products and services, but they compete mainly on price. They offer extensive assortments of merchandise at affordable and cut-rate prices. In the past, retailers sold less fashion-oriented brands. However, in more recent years, companies such as TJX Companies and Ross Stores are discount store operations increasingly offering fashion-oriented brands. On a larger scale, warehouse store. Warehouses that offer low-cost, often high-quantity goods piled on pallets or steel shelves. Warehouse clubs charge a membership fee. Variety store. Variety stores offer extremely low-cost goods, with a vast array of selection. The downfall to this is that the items are not very high quality. Demographic. Retailers that aim at one particular segment. Mom and pop. A small retail outlet owned and operated by an individual or family. Focuses on a relatively limited and selective set of products. Specialty store. A specialty store has a narrow marketing focus, either specializing on specific merchandise, such as toys, shoes, or clothing, or on a target audience, such as children, tourists, or plus-size women. Size of store varies. Some specialty stores might be retail giants such as Toys R Us, Foot Locker, and a Body Shop, while others might be small, individual shops such as Nutters of Savile Row. Such stores, regardless of size, tend to have a greater depth of the specialist stock than general stores, and generally offer specialist product knowledge valued by the consumer. Pricing is usually not the priority when consumers are deciding upon a specialty store. Factors such as branding, image, selection, choice, and purchasing assistance are seen as important. They differ from department stores and supermarkets, which carry a wide range of merchandise. Boutique concept stores are similar to specialty stores. Concept stores are very small in size, and only ever stock one brand. They are run by the brand that controls them. An example of brand that distributes largely through their own widely distributed concept stores is L'Occitane in Provence. The limited size and offering of L'Occitane stores are too small to be considered a specialty store proper. General store. A general store is a rural store that supplies the main needs for the local community. Convenience store. A convenience store provides limited amount of merchandise at more than average prices with a speedy checkout. This store is ideal for emergency and immediate purchase consumables, as it often works with extended hours, stocking every day. Hypermarkets provides variety and huge volumes of exclusive merchandise at low margins. The operating cost is comparatively less than other retail formats. Supermarket. A supermarket is a self-service store consisting mainly of grocery and limited products on non-food items. They may adopt a high-low or an EDLP strategy for pricing. The supermarkets can be anywhere between 20,000 and 40,000 square feet. Example: Spa Supermarket. Morlaix Shopping Mall has a range of retail shops at a single outlet. They can include products, food and entertainment under one roof. Malls provide 7% of retail revenue in India, 10% in Vietnam, 25% in China, 28% in Indonesia, 39% in the Philippines, and 45% in Thailand. Category killer or specialist. By supplying wide assortment in a single category for lower prices, a category killer retailer can kill that category for other retailers. For few categories, such as electronics, the products are displayed at the center of the store, and salesperson will be available to address customer queries and give suggestions when required. Other retail format stores are forced to reduce the prices if a category specialist retail store is present in the vicinity. E-tailer. The customer can shop and order through the internet, and the merchandise is dropped at the customer's doorstep or an e-tailer. Here, the retailers use drop shipping technique. They accept the payment for the product, but the customer receives the product directly from the manufacturer or a wholesaler. This format is ideal for customers who do not want to travel to retail stores and are interested in home shopping. Vending machine. A vending machine is an automated piece of equipment wherein customers can drop the money in the machine and acquire the products. Some stores take a no-frills approach, while others are mid-range or high-end, depending on what income level they target. Other types of retail store include automated retail stores, self-service, robotic kiosks located in airports, malls and grocery stores. The stores accept credit cards and are usually open 24/7. Examples include Zoom shops and Redbox. Big box stores encompass larger department, discount, general merchandise, and warehouse stores. Retailers can opt for a format as each provides different retail mix to its customers based on their customer demographics, lifestyle and purchase behavior. A good format will lend a hand to display products well and entice the target customers to spawn sales. Global top 10 retailers. Operations. Retail pricing. The pricing technique used by most retailers is cost-plus pricing. This involves adding the markup amount to the retailer's cost. Another common technique is suggested retail pricing. This simply involves charging the amount suggested by the manufacturer and usually printed on the product by the manufacturer. In Western countries, retail prices are often called psychological prices or odd prices. Often prices are fixed and displayed on signs or labels. Alternatively, when prices are not clearly displayed, there can be price discrimination, where the sale price is dependent upon who the customer is. For example, a customer may have to pay more if the seller determines that he or she is willing and/or able to. Another example would be the practice of discounting for youths, students, or senior citizens. Competition retail stores may or may not have competitors close enough to affect the pricing, product availability, and other operations. A 2006 survey found that only 38% of retail stores in India believed they faced more than slight competition. Competition also affected less than half of retail stores in Kazakhstan, Bulgaria, and Azerbaijan. In all countries, the main competition was domestic, not foreign. Retail trade provides 9% of all jobs in India and 14% of GDP. Staffing. Because patronage at a retail outlet varies, flexibility in scheduling is desirable. Employee scheduling software is sold, which, using known patterns of customer patronage, more or less reliably predicts the need for staffing for various functions at times of the year, day of the month or week, and time of day. Usually needs vary widely. Conforming staff utilization to staffing needs requires a flexible workforce which is available when needed but does not have to be paid when they are not. Part-time workers. As of 2012, 70% of retail workers in the United States were part-time. This may result in financial problems for the workers, who, while they are required to be available at all times if the work hours are to be maximized, may not have sufficient income to meet the family and other obligations. Transfer mechanisms. There are several ways in which consumers can receive goods from a retailer. Counter service, where goods are out of reach of buyers and must be obtained from the seller. This type of retail is common for small expensive items and controlled items like medicine and liquor. It was common before the 1900s in the United States and is more common in certain countries like India. Click and commute, where products are ordered online and are picked up via a drive-through. Ship to store, where products are ordered online and can be picked up at the retailer's main store. Delivery, where goods are shipped directly to consumers' homes or workplaces. Mail order from a printed catalog was invented in 1744 and was common in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Ordering by telephone was common in the 20th century, either from a catalog, newspaper, television advertisement, or a local restaurant menu. For immediate service, remaining in common use for food orders. Internet shopping, a form of delivery, has eclipsed phone ordering, and, in several sectors, such as books and music, all other forms of buying. There is increasing competitor pressure to deliver consumer goods, especially those offered online, in a more timely fashion. Large online retailers such as Amazon are continually innovating and as of 2015 offer 1-hour delivery in certain areas. They are also working with drone technology to provide consumers with more efficient delivery options. Direct marketing, including telemarketing and television shopping channels, are also used to generate telephone orders. Started gaining significant market share in developed countries in the 2000s. Door-to-door sales, where the salesperson sometimes travels with the goods for sale. Self-service, where goods may be handled and examined prior to purchase. Digital delivery or download, where intangible goods, such as music, film, and electronic books and subscriptions to magazines, are delivered directly to the consumer in the form of information transmitted either over wires or airwaves. and is reconstituted by a device which the consumer controls. The digital sale of models for 3D printing also fits here, as do the media leasing types of services, such as streaming. Second-hand retail. Some shops sell second-hand goods. In the case of a non-profit shop, the public donates goods to the shop to be sold. In giveaway shops, goods can be taken for free. Another form is the pawn shop, in which goods are sold that were used as collateral for loans. There are also consignment shops, which are where a person can place an item in a store, and if it sells, the person gives the shop owner a percentage of the sale price. The advantage of selling an item this way is that the established shop gives the item exposure to more potential buyers. Retailers like OLX, Quickr, etc. also working on second-hand goods sales. Challenges. To achieve and maintain a foothold in an existing market, a prospective retail establishment must overcome the following hurdles. Regulatory barriers, including restrictions on real estate purchases, especially as imposed by local governments and against big-box chain retailers. Restrictions on foreign investment in retailers, in terms of both absolute amount of financing provided and percentage share of voting stock purchased. Unfavorable taxation structures, especially those designed to penalize or keep out big-box retailers. Absence of developed supply chain and integrated IT management. High competitiveness among existing market participants and resulting low profit margins, caused in part by constant advances in product design resulting in constant threat of product obsolescence and price declines for existing inventory, and lack of properly educated and/or trained workforce, often including management, caused in part by loss in business. Lack of educational infrastructure enabling prospective market entrants to respond to the above challenges. Sales techniques. Every retail store operates under the goal of overcoming the other competition in the market to create brand dominance and/or large profit. This is done by different sales techniques created and/or adopted by retailers. Techniques include hiring staff which are deemed attractive by the target demographic. Other techniques include store location, somewhere easily visible with lots of traffic. Also, stores create custom interior design to suit the store's personality and the target market. Some of the largest retailers spent millions on a store's marketing technique to invite customers in to spend the time and money. As consumers have grown from the days of wandering in and buying goods or services just for the face value to being informed on products and how they are made, companies focus on the values of society such as being sustainable or being fair trade approved. Conscious consumers are attracted by the store's morals of being righteous and thus creating a strong brand image that stands out from the competition. Adding value to goods or services such as a free gift or buy one get one free adds value to customers, whereas the store is gaining sales. A destination store is one that customers will initiate a trip specifically to visit, sometimes over a large area. These stores are often used to anchor a shopping mall or plaza, generating foot traffic which is capitalized upon by smaller retailers. Customer service. Customer service is the sum of acts and elements that allow consumers to receive what they need or desire from your retail establishment. Quote, "It is important for a sales associate to greet the customer and make himself available to help the customer find whatever he needs. When a customer enters the store, it is important that the sales associate does everything in his power to make the customer feel welcomed, important, and make sure he leaves the store satisfied. Giving the customer full, undivided attention and helping him find what he is looking for will contribute to the customer's satisfaction satisfaction. For retail store owners, it is extremely important to train yourself and your staff to provide excellent customer service skills. By providing excellent customer service, you build a good relationship with the customer and eventually will attract more new customers and turn them into regular customers. Looking at long-term perspectives, excellent customer skills give your retail business a good ongoing reputation and competitive advantage. Customer service is essential for several reasons. By exemplifying these valued qualities for a customer, companies utilize the experience the customer walks away with, thus setting the example for providing great customer service. An organization who trains their employees about properly servicing the customer will benefit more than those who do not. Customer service training entails about how properly servicing the customer will benefit corporations and businesses. This being said, it is important to establish a bond amongst customers' employees known as customer relationship management. Statistics for national retail sales. United States. The United States retail sector features the largest number of large, lucrative retailers in the world. A 2012 Deloitte report published in Stores magazine indicated that of the world's top 250 largest retailers by retail sales revenue in fiscal year 2010, 32% of those retailers were based in the United States, and those 32% accounted for 41% of the total retail sales revenue of the top 250. Since 1951, the U.S. Census Bureau has published the Retail Sales Report every month. It is a measure of consumer spending, an important indicator of the U.S. GDP. Retail firms provide data on the dollar value of the retail sales and inventories. A sample of 12,000 firms is included in the final survey and 5,000 in the advanced one. The advanced estimated data is based on a subsample from the USCB Complete Retail and AMP Food Service sample. Central Europe. In 2011, the grocery market in 6 countries of Central Europe was worth nearly €107 billion, 2.8% more than the previous year when expressed in local currencies. The increase was generated foremost by the discount stores and supermarket segments, and was driven by the skyrocketing prices of foodstuffs. World national accounts show a combined total of retail and wholesale trade, with hotels and restaurants. In 2012, the sector provides over a fifth of GDP in tourist-oriented island economies, as well as in other major countries such as Brazil, Pakistan, Russia, and Spain. In all 4 of the latter countries, this fraction is an increase over 1970, but there are other countries where the sector has declined since 1970, sometimes in absolute terms, where other sectors have replaced its role in the economy. In the United States, the sector has declined from 19% of GDP to 14%, though it has risen in absolute terms from $4,500 to $7,400 per capita per year. In China, the sector has grown from 7.3% to 11.5%, and in India even more, from 8.4% to 18.7%. A marketer predicts China will have the largest retail market in the world in 2016. Consolidation. Among retailers and retail chains, a lot of consolidation has appeared over the last couple of decades. Between 1988 and 2010, worldwide 40,788 mergers and AMP acquisitions with a total known value of $2.255 trillion United States dollars have been announced. The largest transactions with involvement of retailers from the United States have been the acquisition of Albertsons Inc. for $17 billion in 2006, a merger between Federated Department Stores Inc. with May Department Stores valued at $16.5 billion in 2005, now Macy's, and the merger between Kmart Holding Corp. and Sears Roebuck and Amp Co. with a value of $10.9 billion in 2004.